Woo, Ryan, guess what? It's show number 100.
Say the Meathead will make that kitty quiver. I'm just saying. Check this out.
Yeah, Steve, let's see your wiener.
Bless.
There you go. When you take your shirt off, does it match your chest hair?
You okay, Ryan?
Yep.
You took a little too big of a gulp, didn't you? Got a little brave.
No, this one's, there's the new intro,
The
everybody.
new intro, but I guess we got a little work to do on it. I don't know how.
Yeah, you did it landscape and not, or you did it portrait, not landscape.
Oh, do I got it? Is that all I got to do, or can you fix that, or is that something that
We'll
my
have to
greatness,
work on it.
or is that something
Anyway.
that my greatness has to do? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is Thursday night barbecue chat. I am Steve Kress. I am with It's All About the Barbecue, and during the week you can find me at lovely, beautiful Wanamaker's in downtown Downers Grove, Illinois. And the man sitting next to me, as always, is the chairman of the board, Barbecue Blackstone and Beer, Mr. Ryan Hoagland. Ryan, we're ending the year as much as we have begun. So many things over the last 109 shows.
109.
Our good friend Meathead is supposed to be here, trying desperately to get a hold of him. And hopefully sooner he will show up at some point. Trying to get a hold of him, unless he forgot today was Thursday, but I was just talking to him today.
That's
and
all right.
messaging him.
Because you know what? Terry White's here. Good evening, sir.
That makes it all better. Terry White's here. Had a little computer issues. There's something wrong with my laptop, and was not very happy. And then now this. See, so it's the perfect end of a perfect year. The starting didn't work the way that I wanted it to. So, but hey, things are
waiting. But he's not here.
You're here waiting.
Did you get the link that Steve sent you for StreamYard?
Look in your email under look for Retlaw E. Jensen at att.com.
Wow, just put your whole email out there for everybody.
I am in the StreamYard waiting room.
You sent him the wrong link.
I may have sent you the wrong link. Look for that email address, and then
Yeah, the damn links.
And then look for that Retlaw thing on there and see if you can find it. That's got the current link. I don't have any other way to get a hold of you because I'm not at my work email, so I don't have any way to.
I mean, I guess we could just put the link in here.
Well, no, but then everybody and their brother will be in the studio.
I'll do this. Let's see. I'm gonna go here, and I'll go here. There you go, Meathead. I put the link in the comments there. See if that link works for you.
Yeah, hopefully we don't have everybody. But anyway, so Meathead is on his way to try to get here, which is this is just how this show works. It wouldn't be any different.
That looks like a different link. No, can you take this one? Can you copy?
Try that link that Ryan.
You know what I could do? Oh, I was going to put it in the private chat, but he's not in here to get it in the private chat. It's Thursday, and my mind is not thinking tonight.
Well, that's the link that StreamYard gave me that I sent him.
Huh?
Why is StreamYard being such a bugaboo?
Did you do it from a different show on accident?
I don't think so. Anything's possible, Ryan, with me. You know, when somebody's trying to hold.
He might have to type that one in there. Type that ending at the end and see. I'm like, type the thing in the comments there. You can't see the comments because they're not there. I don't have a way to share it to you.
Well, anyway, so we'll get our guests. So what we're trying to do, ladies and gentlemen, is back in the day, I had a show called Live from the Barbecue Department at Wanamaker's, and it was a great little show. It was really good because I was the only host of the show. But Now I have Ryan, which makes this show even better. But what we used to do is we used to have Meathead used to come to Wanamaker's, and we used to go shop at the store. Well, unfortunately, we're not able to do that anymore. So this is what we're going to do. And I have a whole bunch of things over here that we want to do. So I'm waiting. Hopefully Meathead can get in here soon. But a couple things that we can go over. Not this Saturday, but December 13th at Wanamaker's. We'll be stocking stuff for Saturday. So we're going to have some of the local vendors in. So if you have a barbecue person that is on your barbecue list and you're looking for that last minute stocking stuff, that kind of stuff. You interrupt me, Ryan? Did you say something?
You said the last minute, and I said Christmas gift.
Yes, last minute Christmas gift stocking stuffer thingamajigger.
Yeah.
So we're going to have 6 vendors there. You can come and get a nice little sample of all their stuff. He said post the link so he can copy
the link's right here. I don't have a way to post it anywhere to you.
You know what? Here, let me. This is can't beat fun at the old ballpark.
Why the F are we not using Zoom?
Well,
Zoom doesn't allow us to share it out to all of our other people.
All our platforms. If you go into your emails and look for my email, I sent the new link in there. I can't text it to you. I got no way to text it to you. I tried calling you, but your phone number that I have is busy. I sent an email to your Meathead amazing ribs thing, and it's under my personal. Look for the description that says Thursday Night Barbecue Chat.
See if this will work.
There's a link in there.
I'm sending it from every page. So whatever page he is on watching now, it should show up in the comments on wherever you're watching us now.
And then just tap it. There he is.
Hey.
Now,
there we go.
Wow.
all right, we got to change the cameras. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you.
All right, I need to figure out how to change cameras. Stan,
This is this is the live TV. You don't get this on those recorded ones, people. This is how things actually function. Oh, you're getting there. There you are. I got to get onto
trying to get rid of all these.
Oh, the first thing that shows up is Ryan.
hey, guess what, guys?
I think we did it.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I do a hell of a lot.
Yes. A hell of a lot of what?
Oh, geez, we're getting a long delay here. I do a hell of a lot of podcasts and stuff like this, and I have never had so much trouble. Dude.
I don't know what.
Yeah. I don't know why there's a delay. That's weird.
It's got to be on his end.
I'm hearing myself 5 seconds after I speak.
Wow.
That's the same problem that what's his name was. Remember when we had Ron on? He had that issue where remember we were hearing ourselves.
Yes. That was a bad delay.
Well, it looks like Meathead's got it this time. I'll have to bring that up before we pay for the next sponsorship or the next thing.
Yeah.
So can you hear us okay?
I hear you, but you're way delayed.
All right.
Well, that was a pretty quick response. So how are we now?
Do you want to try and sign out?
No, I hear your voice on top of my voice. We're talking on top of each other.
Did you want to try and sign out and come back in?
Well, I hope somebody out there is listening. It says 3 people listen.
I got 6.
I got 6.
Let's see. I don't know. We got girls going grilling in here. We got girls and vittles with Nick and Jay. And Terry White says, hello, Meathead. Yeah, this is not good.
Well, not if he's so far behind us.
Yeah.
Do you want to, Meathead? Do you want to try and step back out and then come back in again and see if that?
Sure, why not?
and see if that fixes it. Well, hi, Ryan.
Hi, Steve.
That happened with that. Remember when we were doing the show with Ron?
Yeah,
you
but
and
we
I
could hear it on here. Or no, that
You
was
and I
something with
had-
yours.
You and I had the feedback. Well, let me leave. I'll leave too. Well, then the heck with it. I'll leave too.
I like this. See ya.
Oh, you can host it.
We'll just hang out here. So everybody, it's Thursday Night Barbecue Chat. Welcome in. It's the man himself. We got correctional officer for Lockdo 763 says, good evening, everyone. How are we doing? We got Girls Gone Grilling in here. Hello, everyone.
Back in.
Now we got to see because I deleted all the comments. Oh,
Here.
there it is. Let's see. How we doing, sir?
I hear you loud and clear, and I see your lips moving. And Steve, don't do that. Don't do that.
Well, it seems like we're a little better on better
I
on
think we're
track.
in sync. I'm not hearing my echo.
Yeah.
No, I think we're good.
Perfect.
I think we.
Well,
I think
it's
we
good
did
to
it.
be with you. I'm looking
Yay,
forward to
welcome
the
in. How's it
conversation
going?
tonight. Yeah, I love talking to you guys. I wouldn't put up with this crap if it was anyone else. Gee willikers.
Boy, if you knew what went into get you just me getting into this show, it doesn't surprise me that you had issues as well.
Yeah.
All right, everybody.
Let me tell you, as much as this StreamYard thing is driving me nuts, I love Wanamaker's. I don't live terribly far from it, so it makes it convenient for me. But I love going down. I don't know how you fit all that stuff in that tiny little space. And you got all the good stuff because holidays are coming up and we were going to talk about gifts and stuff.
Yeah.
It's all there. And I like to shop there. I buy stuff from you all the time, and it's a great store. So even though you're a goddamn idiot, it's and even though I hate StreamYard,
You know, I could be a happy man and end the show right now.
Oh,
We
that's-
could end
I
the
can
show
tell you-
right now with that done.
I can
you're
tell you
looking
right
an awful
now.
lot like Ray Lampy right now.
Thanks.
Oh, see, somebody else
See?
says it.
But I'm going to tell you right now that clip right there is going on the starting.
Well, it's good to be with you, and whatever you want to talk about, I'm here for you, pal.
Roosevelt said it.
Finally.
If Steve's ever there,
I-
I'll the store, but
I do it as I mentioned. I don't know if you were here yet, but I mentioned I used to do a different show. We did it at Wanamaker's, and it was a great thing. It's not a thing anymore.
I don't
But
want
it
to
was
get
great.
into the politics, but I thought it was really cool because last year I came down to Wanamaker's. We had we had a moving camera, and we walked through the
Yeah, we
store.
walked through the whole.
We picked stuff up and said, "This is crap. This is good," and
Right.
that was a lot of fun.
is that Steve that you picked up? Like, this is crap.
So anyway, so now we're going to do it remotely. We finally got everything together. We're going to do gifts. I have brought home some things that are gifts. Meathead said he was going to have.
I got a few goodies here too.
And Ryan said he was going to bring some gifts, and I can tell you right now, they're probably all from Blackstone. So get that down. But here, I'm going to start off with this because these are at Wanamaker's, and here they are right here. These are two of my gifts. Right here. There they are.
You're kissing out to me now.
Yeah, right.
aren't you?
Here's the
I have
original.
one. I
Here's
don't have the next one. I gotta wait until I can get it autographed again.
All right, let me brag for a moment. The first one, Meathead, which came out 9 years ago, has sold 250,000 copies. Plus,
For you.
any cookbook that does more than 10,000, the publisher is thrilled. 20,000 is brilliant. 250 is almost unheard of for a cookbook. And it's all because of, thank you, Steve. You stock it in the store, and fans, it's a really good book. It's a science book. It's divided in two parts. The first half is all text and science and myth busting and explaining what goes on your grill and under the hood of your smoker. It explains what is smoke, what is heat, what is protein, what is carbohydrate, how they interact with heat. And then the second half are recipes that utilize the information in the first half. The other book that you held up, The Meathead Method, which just came out this spring, is a bit of a sequel. It explains a lot of the techniques that I use. Also, divided in half. First half is text and illustrations and science and myth busting and stuff. And the second half are recipes. But the recipes, I've gone off the reservation. The first book has got all your classics, ribs and brisket and stuff. The second half, I've brought in flavors from Asia, from Spain, and you can't have a barbecue book without ribs and brisket and stuff. But instead of just your regular old backyard ribs and brisket recipes, which are in the first book, I went to champion barbecue cooks and got their recipes. So if you want to do the ultimate brisket, it's in that book. So that's my sales pitch for tonight. Those are my two books. They're at Wanamakers, and I'm really proud of them.
Yeah, there's some. Well, the first one always was what I recommended to people, just because if you have somebody that's just getting into smoking or cooking or anything like that, just that whole first part of the book, going over what's heat, what's charcoal, what's this, what humidity does. There's so many different things that you can learn from that book that will make your smoking experience, one, easier, more fun, which then is going to make you want to do it more. So that's a great book. I haven't had a chance to really, this will probably be in January, because when the store's slow, I sneak little reads in the book. But
one of the cool things,
it's got a forward from Alton Brown on there. So
yes. Yeah, Alton Brown said it's the only book on outdoor cookery you'll ever need. That's pretty high praise.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
what do you got, Meathead? What's your first gift of the night?
Well, I think
or do you want me and Ryan just to do it?
I know you have a knowledgeable audience, and possibly I'm covering something that they already know. But the single most important tool that can up your grilling and your smoking is a good digital thermometer. It's there you go. And that's like a $30 unit. There you can buy some for less, but $30 isn't bad. You think of what you pay for a good ribeye steak or a good porterhouse. You can't tell when a steak is done by poking it with your finger, and you can't tell for sure by cutting into it with a sharp knife. The color of the meat changes when it's exposed to oxygen. So it may look perfect medium rare, but when you get it indoors, and indoors, you got incandescent lights, outdoors, God knows what kind of lighting you got there. You need a digital thermometer. It will keep you from making a mistake. And more important, it'll keep you from get somebody sick. Chicken is rife with bacteria, and all of them die if you cook it to the right temperature. But if you don't, you're going to send Granny to the hospital on the 4th of July. You don't want to do that. So you just showed one of the best inexpensive thermometers. That's the ThermoWorks. Which model is that? I forget. This is the thermal. This is actually the Thermal Pop 2. Thermal Pop.
They made the screen a little bit bigger and stuff like that. But yeah, this is my favorite. I love this thing.
And that thing will give you an accurate reading within 5 seconds. If you're still working with a dial thermometer that you bought in the 60s and it's in the junk drawer, take it out, put it in your driveway, and back your car over it, because it's a piece of junk. It doesn't.
Tires, though. We don't want to pop tires.
It doesn't give you an accurate reading, and it doesn't give you a rapid reading. The device he just showed you takes 5 seconds, and it's within a degree or two. This is the top of the line, and I know you carry this too, Steve.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Fireboard, and it's just incredible. It gives you a precise reading within 1 second, and one of the neat things is it's got a little little trap door here that pops open on the back, and you can plug it in, and you can put a probe like in a turkey breast. Put the probe in the turkey breast, and it'll read out here. And this thing will talk to your phone and your computer. So You can go to the grocery store and pick up the ingredients you forgot and leave this thing plugged in, and it'll tell you. You can be on an airplane, and it'll tell you what's going on. This is not cheap. This is, I think, the top of the line, and I'm guessing you sell it for what, 140, 150?
150, but isn't bad if you could, because if you think about it, it's designed more like the classic thermal pen, which is going to be close to $80 to $90.
Yes.
And with that extra port you have, it also is going to do the same thing as, with not as many, but this is another one of the gifts I brought. We're both thinking the same thing.
Same company.
But it's going to do basically the same thing as this, just not as many visuals. Because now you can do the, like you were saying, you can run this into your probe, which will then go into the spark, which then goes to the fireboard cloud, which then allows it to transmit everywhere. So you're basically getting 2 units in one little thing. And that unit that I just had up, this is like around 250.
Yeah,
so,
and that will take 6 different probes. So if you've got 2 birds on the smoker, one's bigger than the other, you can put a probe in each breast. Or you can put a probe in a breast and a probe in a thigh. If you've got a pork butt in there too, it's 6 probes. You can measure a whole bunch of stuff in there.
I put 6 in one steak. Just
get out! God,
he needs to.
Where'd you get this guy?
Hey, at least that was the ongoing joke a long time ago. As everybody's taking pictures, they put all their probes in it just to see. But I think it was Fred from Little Bird Kitchens that did 4, 5, 6 probes.
The other thing about Fireboard is it shows you on your screen it tracks the cooking temperature, so it draws a graph, so you can you can save your cooks, so you can see, well, the last time I did an 18-pound brisket, today I'm doing a 16-pound brisket, and you can look at your cooks. This is also a cool that you can buy now. It's an add-on. It's a wireless probe that you can stick into a steak or a turkey breast, and it talks to the Fireboard and the device you show. So Fireboard is at the cutting edge. They're doing great stuff. They're my favorite thermometer company. They're not cheap, but the point here is even if you only get the $30 Thermopop, you need a good digital thermometer. A perfectly cooked steak. We know we have machines that will measure how tender a steak is and how juicy a steak is. And we know that in the 125 to 130 range is when it is at its optimum. And that happens to be medium rare. And so you don't have to cut into it to see. And you can stick a probe into it more than one time. A steak is 75% water. So if you take your typical filet mignon, which is 8 ounces, 6 ounces of that is water. Stick it with a probe. It's not going to go and deflate. It's not going to drip a gallon of water out. You might lose, a quarter of a teaspoon or a half a teaspoon. Get a good thermometer and rely on it, and you'll never waste money on an overcooked steak, and you'll never send Granny to the hospital for undercooked chicken.
So on the thermometers, though, and I've kind of wondered this myself a couple times, like when I was just doing my turkey for Thanksgiving, where is it reading from on the thermometer? Is it the tip?
Most thermometers are reading just past the very edge of the tip. But I don't have it. I have it in the kitchen. There's a brand called Combustion. Do you carry it, Steve?
No.
It's a phenomenal device. It has wireless probes like this, and along the length of the probe, it has 8 sensors. And it has really smart software. So you stick it in, and the sensors calculate where the center of the meat is. And that's where it gets its reading.
Wow.
It's wireless, and it's predictive. It'll tell you, your brisket will be done in about 20 minutes. Very cool. The Combustion, it's over $200, but it's a really great device. Doesn't ThermoWorks have a probe now that has multiple sensors?
Well, ThermalWorks came out, and I get them mixed up. One of them's like RFX, and that may be Fireboards, that may be ThermalWorks. They all came out at the exact same time with Wi-Fi wireless probes. But yes, they have, similar to Fireboard, they came out with a model that's just like that.
When you're using a probe, any kind, this one you stick in and leave it there. This one is you can't leave it there because it'll melt the unit.
Right.
But you can probe it. You don't want to come in from the top because you don't know exactly where the center is, and since the sensor is in the tip, you want to come in from the side. Imagine my hand is a steak. You want to come in from the center of the side. So you'll be in the center, and you want to try to get the tip in the center. And you can, just tonight, we did some stuffed pork chops. Ooh. And I had to probe it several times because when you stuff it, you got a big lump in the center. You got thin edges. It's not going to deflate it. It's okay. Poke it, get the right measurements. Yeah. So I think that's the essential. If you're buying a gift for Christmas for somebody who loves to grill and smoke, take a look and see what they have in the way of thermometers. And if they don't have a good digital thermometer, if they're still using a dial thermometer, go to Wanamaker's and get one.
I take a probe, like I just did the turkey for Thanksgiving, and I was going off the smoke fire, and I had it set for 250 or 250, but I put a probe just in the smoker just to see, and they were totally different.
Oh, you put an ambient probe in?
Yeah.
Well, of course, the ambient, I mean, you're set for 250, but the meat comes out of the fridge at 38 degrees.
No, I'm saying I just had it laying in the smoker just to get the temperature, just to check and see, but they were.
He was verifying the temperature of his grill by putting another probe just laying.
What were you comparing the probe with?
The Weber smoke fire has the digital display for what you're
it has a digital display.
Pellet smoker. So
you want to see where the probe on that digital display is, and you want to keep it clean. They get carbon on them, and that affects its reading. So you want to get in there every few weeks with some alcohol and clean that probe off. And you got to be careful if you're putting your own probe in, like you said you did. It's not touching metal. If you lay it on top of the grate, it's touching metal. Now that's going to give you a different reading.
No, it was hanging.
A lot of.
Yeah, I bet you were on the metal, Ryan. I know you, Ryan. I know you're on the metal. It was on the metal, Ryan.
No, it wasn't.
It was. I saw it. I was there. I snuck over. I ran past.
Whatever.
I'm not. A lot of them have like little clips. I'm not finding it in here.
Yeah, the little metal clip that actually clips to the grate.
And that holds your probe above the cooking surface.
Yeah.
And the other thing that you got to watch out for, there's a cold air bubble around your meat. Around your turkey came out of the fridge at 38 degrees. You do not want to let it sit on the kitchen counter for an hour to come to room temp, because it takes more than an hour to come to room temp. And while it's warming up, the microbes are having a party. So you want to put your meat on the grill or on the smoker. But because it comes out of the refrigerator at 38, there's a cold air bubble around it. And that cold air bubble, if you put your probe too close to the meat, you're reading the cold air bubble. So you got to get about 3 or 4 inches away from the meat to get a good, accurate ambient measurement. And some of these probes, like the meter and a few others, I got a meter around here somewhere. They have a sensor on the end of the probe. Ah, there you go. That's the little metal clip.
It clips in the grate. And then, did you mute my mic, Ryan?
Oh, you're back now. You were making a lot of noise.
Was I making too much noise?
You were making a lot of noise, Steve. And
do we have a way to quiet Steve?
Oh no! Well, we can't. No, don't. Ryan.
Can we use it in real life?
Here, it gets even better. We can just get rid of him.
Now he's gone.
He knew it. He goes, "Don't you do it, Ryan."
Oh my God.
So here's the clip
that goes by that I don't kick him out at least one time.
Yeah, that's a cool thing. That'll hold the probe above the metal grates. So you want to be above the metal grates and 2 or 3 inches away from the meat. And stand by 30 seconds.
So clipping the grate, and then this goes.
My good buddy Ziggy's in here. His son's at.
So here's another device called the meter.
Yes.
And Traeger owns this company now. They bought them out.
Oh.
This is an older model, but it's got a probe, wireless, but on the end, it's got a sensor. You stick this in a steak, and you're about an inch outside the steak. It's going to be wrong. And there's several brands making this, and they're all wrong because they're inside the cold air bubble. So you need a separate probe outside the. So if you've got that thermometer with 6 probes, put one outside the meat. And that dial thermometer in the top of your grill it's irrelevant. First of all, it's a bimetal device. It's 2 pieces of metal, and they expand at different rates. It was invented in the 1800s, and it's worthless, especially since it's 6 or 8 inches above the meat, and you need to know the temperature that the meat is feeling. So just ignore it. I put black tape over mine. Just ignore it. It's not worth paying any attention to. Unless you're going to eat the dome of your grill, I mean, it tells you what the temperature of the dome is. If you're going to eat that dome, go right ahead.
Yeah, Ryan.
Yeah. I eat the dome.
This thing's covered in dust. Shows you how often I use it. I
Correctional
have every
officer
thermometer known to man.
I'm going to cook a pork roast soon. It's very cold in Illinois, and I'll be using oil drum
correctional officer for Lockdough 763. Got a good question. Cooking a pork roast soon. Oh, man, pork roasts are underrated. We all talk about prime rib. I mean, a pork roast is basically a prime rib from a pork. And that's where almost all your best pork chops come from. They're cut from the pork roast, pork loin. I presume it's a pork loin. And by the way, a lot of people make this mistake. Pork loin and pork tenderloin are very different muscles. And a lot of people say, I've got a pork loin, and they mean they got a tenderloin. Or they say, I got a tenderloin, and they mean a loin. They're very different. Pork loin is about 4 inches in diameter, and the whole one can run maybe 2 feet or longer. A pork tenderloin is like the forearm of a baby. It's maybe 1.5 inches thick, and usually they come 2 per package. So back to your specific question. And by the way, I'm in Brookfield, so we're both in Illinois.
We're all in Illinois.
It's all freezing together.
Put that question back up there so you can see it, Ryan, again.
Yeah, there.
We're using an oil drum.
So you're using an oil drum barrel grill. When you say, is this something you built out of an oil drum, or is this one of the popular drum smokers like
Gateway
or something? Well, regardless,
Big difference.
regardless, I would not hang it. I love those drums. I mean, they're the $300 and you're up and running, and you can cook like hell on them. But I would take this pork loin roast and put the grate in there. I would cook it on a grate, and most of these drum smokers or grills, you can put a grate in there, and I'd cook it on a grate. And here's a basic rule of thumb: high temperatures shrink muscle fibers. When they shrink, they squeeze out their juices. Keep your temperature down on almost everything. We talk about barbecue low and slow. Nothing could be truer. Cook at a lower temperature. Even your fish. I have almost all my recipes pegged at 225, just because I want people to learn how to get to a good number and stay there, regardless of weather, whether it's windy or snowy or what. So, try to master 225. That's a good number for just about everything. For poultry, where you want to get the skin crispy, you can kick it up to 325. But almost everything else, keep it down and take your time to make it juicy and get it off the grill or out of the smoker somewhere between 135 and 140. Now, all the books used to say 170. But that was when they were afraid of trichinosis. There is no trichinosis anymore. My God, I've been on Twitter lately, and there are all kinds of people afraid of undercooked pork. I mean, if you haven't had a pork loin or a pork chop cooked to 140, you've never had pork. It is 140 is, you wouldn't cook a steak to 140. I mean, that's well past medium rare. just like it's solid muscle meat. There's no trichinosis in it. Don't worry about it. 140. If you want, go to 135. It's going to be a little pink. There's nothing wrong with a little pink in your pork, and it's so much better. And if you don't believe me and you're afraid, you've got a whole pork loin. When it hits 135 or 140, cut it in half, take that off, wait for the other one to get to whatever temperature you want, and compare the two. You'll never go back. It's just so much better at 135 to 140. If you're nervous, go to 140.
Here, Ryan, I want to bring
Thanks
this. Hold on one.
Thanks for the great insight. He's in Thornton, Illinois.
Yeah, here I want to bring. Hold on, I want to bring up a comment. This is the no comment by the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Meat Mitch can draw attention with not even making a comment, and him being on this show shows that the Chiefs are not playing on Thursday Night Football tonight. Watching the show. Mitch, good to see you.
I stayed up last night to watch Mount Carmel. I went to their Mount Carmel game last week, and I think they could beat the Bears. They are one large team, and there's a heck of a lot of talent on that Mount Carmel team. They won the championship last night.
I went to Oswego.
Beat Oswego. What are you laughing at, Ryan?
I said, seeing as where I went to Oswego.
You're mute. I don't hear you.
Uh-oh. I hear him.
I hear you.
Me? Oh, you hear me. Well, that's good. It's a good
Can't
thing.
Hear me?
Why don't you use the industry standard? It's called Zoom. Even Microsoft is better.
I'm out of here.
Google. Ryan's lips are moving and nothing's coming out.
You're going to have to sign out, Ryan, and come back in. Yay! Finally, after 109 shows, some nice peace and quiet without Ryan. I don't know. Well, according to Ryan, Zoom won't allow us to because right now we're going over Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube all at the same time.
Can you hear me now?
You can use Zoom. There's a third-party product called Restream that connects to Zoom that goes over. I use a third-party product that is Mac-centric, and I'm a Mac guy, and it allows me to broadcast it. But whatever. It's just that I've been on broadcast with StreamYard before, and you saw the trouble we ran into. Of course, most of that was because you sent me the wrong link.
Yeah, see, that's what can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, so what I was saying
I don't think I did it intentionally. I think
nobody accused me of doing it intentionally.
I think you did.
You just did it stupidly.
Well, yeah, that's it. I said you were talking about Mount Carmel. I said, seeing as where I went to Oswego.
Oh, really? Hey, they put up a hell of a fight. I fully expected it to be a blowout. Their defense was amazing. I mean, they put a lid on Mount Carmel. The final score is 20-3, but it was really 14-3. The last touchdown was a gimme, and it was late in the game. But they put a lid on a very potent offense.
Well, there were a lot of people. I didn't go to the game. I didn't watch the game. I'm not really that involved with Oswego anymore. But there's a lot of people that said that game, they thought it was going to be more of a blowout.
Oh, I did. I did for sure. Oswego's defense is substantial.
Yeah, there was a lot of people impressed and very happy with what they're doing.
Mr. Aaron Cruz has a good comment there. Right?
Yeah, I was getting back to that's what I was trying to put up earlier. But
yeah, let's hear questions and comments.
A friend of mine, when he grills his steaks on the Weber grill, it comes off with a beautiful dark scarlet red color. Any idea how he achieves that?
Okay, well, I'm not sure about the word scarlet, but the dark color is a chemical reaction called the Maillard reaction. And basically, it's what happens to proteins and amino acids when they're exposed to high heat. And that's the crust that you see on a great steak. It gets dark brown. And the dark brown crust comes from high heat. Now, it's very hard to achieve that on a gas grill. Gas grills just don't generate enough energy to make a great dark crust. Charcoal does. There are some special gas burners called infrared burners. They look like honeycombs. They will get you a dark crust. I'm guessing, can we see the question again? I'm guessing your friend is.
Says it's just on a Weber grill. So
well, Weber of course has both gas and charcoal, so I'm not sure which one, but I'm guessing it's a charcoal grill, and he's cooking with charcoal. Charcoal creates a lot of infrared energy. All right, I'm going to do a little science here. Hang with me, guys. Leave the question up. Inside a grill, there's 3 types of energy. There's convection airflow, which is just warm air circulating around, and it's not really intense. There's not a lot of concentrated energy in warm air. There's conduction energy, which is what you get from the grill grates, which is why you have grill marks, because the hot metal conducts more energy than warm air does. And then there's infrared radiation, which you get from glowing coals or open flame. And infrared energy is like what you see inside of your toaster. It's red in there. It's glowing red energy. And it's go to your oven, turn your oven on, set it at 200, and when it comes up to temp, put your arm in there. It's not going to hurt. You're not going to burn all the hair off your arm. You can actually hold your arm inside a 200-degree oven for a few moments. Now, put your hand on the side of the oven. When you get back from the hospital, you'll understand that 200-degree conduction energy is a lot more energific or more energy than 200-degree convection flowing air. So, and you can throw in there water, oil. They're both liquids. Oil conducts more energy than water does. Water conducts more energy than air does. So all these different things. We talk about temperature and heat, but 200 degrees metal is a lot different than 200-degree air. So on a charcoal grill, you have glowing coals, and that's infrared energy, and it's very intense. And that will make that dark brown crust. Now, you mentioned reddish or scarlet. That may be a byproduct of smoke. Meat, like a steak, for example, has a fluid in it called myoglobin. And myoglobin is pink. And when you cut a steak open, when you look at it raw, it's rosy color, it's red color. When you cut a steak open and the juices that run out, it's not blood. Stop calling it blood. Blood from an animal like a steer, it's just like your blood. It's dark, it's almost black, and it's thick. And when it's exposed to air, it coagulates. The juices that come out of a steak are thin and they're runny. They don't thicken, they don't coagulate it. It's water that has a pink tint to it. And that pink tint is this compound called myoglobin, which gives the meat its rosy color. Now, when you smoke meat, as myoglobin heats, it turns tan. So if you overcook a steak, it's going to be tan. It's not going to be rosy anymore. A lot of people think, well, that's because all the blood is gone. It has nothing to do with blood. It's myoglobin. It's a protein. But when you're smoking, there are compounds in the smoke, particularly nitrogen compounds, that combine with the myoglobin, which is pink, and keep it pink. And so you have an outer layer around, say, a pork butt or a brisket or ribs that is pink. We call that the smoke ring because the smoke preserves the pink color of myoglobin. But further down, where the nitrogen cannot penetrate, the temperature turns the myoglobin tan, and that's why your pork butt or your brisket or your ribs are tan in the center, and they have that rosy color on the outside. So that may be what you're talking about, scarlet. That may be a smoke ring, he may be grilling his steaks and throwing some wood in there to get a smoke color. I don't know. But that's, the Maillard reaction turns it brown, smoke turns it pink.
Yeah.
What else you got, Ryan?
I think you're supposed to say thanks, sir.
No.
All right. Aaron Cruz says TH. I think that's short for thanks.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's trying to say thank you.
He's got arthritis and he can't type ANKS.
It's the new wave of just everything's abbreviated.
Says the intellect on this guy is amazing.
You must be talking about me, Ryan.
I'm full of shit
Right.
as well. No, I'm just into. this is how you get in the Barbecue Hall of Fame. You get into it, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
there's only 40 living members of the Barbecue Hall of Fame, and I'm lucky enough to say I'm one of them. And
We
that's
only
because
allow
I've
people-
learned a lot. I'm an old fart. I've been grilling and smoking all my life, and
we
I've
only allow
had
people with all this information to be on this show.
Oh yeah. Well, we need somebody. We need somebody smart on the show. I mean,
Well,
Thank
Aaron,
you very
one of
much.
us.
though.
I see
Thank
you
you
over
very
on
much.
YouTube.
That was
so-
nice of you to say. It's not intellect. It's just what I've learned.
Oh, he said, yeah. He said, yeah. He uses a Weber kettle with charcoal and throws a couple pieces of wood on
There you go. Okay.
oh, there you
So
go.
the charcoal will give you your Maillard reaction, which is the mahogany color, and the wood is probably giving it the smoke ring. So,
Yeah.
but if you're trying to achieve that, then you need to go charcoal. Gas is great. I mean, it'll cook anything just great. But if you need infrared radiation, which you want on a good steak, then you want charcoal. Or I have a gas grill by a company named Heston, and they have infrared burners. And these infrared burners, Steve, you got anybody with those little honeycomb infrared burners in your stock? Okay, well, some companies make them. They're expensive, but they look like a honeycomb and they're white. And basically, each of those little honeycomb shapes is like a burner in itself. And so you've got like 1,000 burners, and it produces a lot of your steakhouses. People keep talking, oh, you got to have charcoal to make good steaks. Well, all your steakhouses cook over gas. I mean, name a steakhouse in Chicago which is famous for its steakhouses using charcoal. None of them. They're all cooking with gas, but they're all using infrared burners because they've learned that it's not the fuel, it's the infrared.
Yeah, well, I take that back. We do have the Weber Summit, the new Weber Summit. They moved the infrared burner so it's facing downward, so you can actually put the steak underneath there, and you get that.
This is a brilliant move because
infrared heat down.
I do things like eggplant parmesan on my grill, and my grill has the rotisserie burner is at the top, not the back. Most of it's at the back. When it's at the top, you can broil.
Right.
It turns your grill into a broiler. So, I mean, it's perfect for melting cheese on eggplant parm or for getting a sear. So, yeah.
Yeah. All right, Ryan, we've got no more questions. I'm going to do another gift I like, and it was introduced here on the show. Oh, Ryan, what do you got? A tumbler from Blackstone?
We got the Blackstone 20-ounce tumbler.
Well, that's good
Great,
for wine.
great little stocking stuffer if you're looking for that last-minute gift.
Yeah. I'm doing actual cooking things, Ryan.
Yeah,
not
Steve.
Drinking things.
The Blackstone chef knife.
Ooh, that looks pretty good. Can we see the blade, or is it?
Yeah.
I haven't.
I mean, that's what's important is what the blade looks like, Ryan.
It looks like a blade.
Not the holder. Anyway,
No.
but they were announced here on the show a long time ago when they were a prototype. But we got from our good friend Susie Bullock over there at Hey Grill Hey. We have her grill gloves, and those are cotton lined with the nitrile coating on it. So basically, it takes doing the cotton and the nitrile thing that a lot of the barbecue guys that all puts it into one. It'll do temperatures up to 450 degrees. So you can use it to take metal off as well as just handling the meat and everything else.
I hear
just
that the
looking
next
for-
version is going to have fingernail polish on it.
Well, I mean, the color. I mean, this is the first color, but I think they're going to do more colors.
That's what I need. When I want gloves, I want colors.
Oh, right. Meathead. So they're yellow, but so you don't lose them if you drop them where it's dark out.
Yeah, oh, sure.
It's
All right,
just
Meathead
I was
doesn't
just
like that
looking
one.
at Meathead's
But
face.
okay, I'll go.
I
along
like
with it.
it. I'm going without the color, but I'm going based on the fact that I don't cook very often, but when I do cook, I cook with my hands. I don't use tongs. I like to use this. They'll do 450 degrees. Plus, it has the nitrile all the way up, so that you can do your grease resistant. So if I'm flipping my steaks, now I'm not doing the putting on the cotton like at Barbecue Relief. We do the cotton glove. Then you put the nitro glove over it, and that's how we did it forever. This does the place of both. And then when you want to clean it, you just go and you wash your hands just like normal.
That's nice.
That cleans the glove, so it gets everything all in one. The glove is stuck inside so that when you pull your hand out, it doesn't pull the cotton liner out of it. So that's one of my favorites.
I think I got to agree. I'm joking around, but good gloves are a nice thing. I prefer, and I'm pretty sure I've seen you sell them, the leather gloves. They're like welder's gloves.
Yes.
They're chamois, they're leather. I mean, I pick up hot coals and burning logs in it, and it doesn't burn me. They get dirty pretty quickly, but I just take them in and wash them in the sink. They're not ideal, but they prefer really good insulation. I don't buy mittens. Mittens, you got the thumb, and then everything else is welded together. You have no articulate skill. I mean,
dexterity.
You need dexterity. Thank you. You need dexterity. You need your fingers. So get gloves, not mittens.
Yeah. Correctional officer for Lockdown 763 says you need the Caleb Williams special glove with nail
polish.
Well, and then one of my other favorite things comes in 3 sizes is the Drippy Z Prep Tub. I don't know if you can kind of see it. There it goes. That allows you can either do like a cutting board, you can do a shallow pan, or you can do a deep pan for marinating, for seasoning, deep like that. This is the second stage version because this version comes with the locking top.
Nice.
Dyslexia.
We just reviewed that device on. We talked about my books, but I also own a website of some consequence. It's called AmazingRibs.com, and it is by far the largest barbecue and grilling website with over 2,000 free pages. And we have a guy who tests grills and smokers full-time. He's the only guy in the world that full-time tests grills and smokers. And we have a team that also tests gadgets, and we have an electrical engineer who tests thermometers. And we just wrote a very nice review of those devices. We have hundreds of product reviews.
I'm going to read that one. I got to read that one. So that would be another gift. If you're looking for a gift, AmazingRibs.com, you go and you can join. You could buy that person a membership to your Pitmaster Club. I believe Pitmaster Club, right?
Well, that'd make a nice gift. The Pitmaster Club is really kind of cool. We've got about 13,000 members. Costs $35 a year, but there's 120 broadcast quality instructional videos in there just for members, from Tuffy Stone, Meat Church, a who's who of barbecue Hall of Famers and personalities, tips, technique, instructions. And there's 6 ebooks, which I've written. And they're all in there, free to members. And there's a really good discussion community. And it's flame free for a barbecue site. We don't allow race, religion, politics, or anything in there. And members know this, and you won't find it in there. And I got to tell you, I've been hanging around social media for a long time. And it is just getting worse and worse and worse. You can't have a discussion about brisket without somebody saying, "You flaming MAGA or liberal or whatever." We don't have that at all.
Yeah,
perfect. That's what we like.
That's how it is on Barbecue Blackstone Beer as well.
Oh, only in the green room do you see that kind of fun conversation between Ryan and myself. Mr. Aaron Cruz has got another question there.
And that's when all the shit's thrown around and you're having a good time. You need yourself a good utility apron. To keep your clothes clean.
I've got about 10 of them hanging up back there.
Yeah, he's got 10 utility aprons there.
It gets dirty.
That's a good one
out.
What is there?
What would you start? What would love to start grilling? What's a good starter grill to buy, and what other neat tools could I get?
Okay, that's a really good question. I think almost everybody would agree that the Weber kettle is a really good place to start. It's a really good and inexpensive grill, but it's not perfect. Another good one is the PK. Do you carry the PK?
Not anymore, but they are a very good grill. We don't carry them for certain reasons, but they are a fantastic grill.
Those would be my first choices. Oh, the Slow and Sear. Slow and Sear is like the Weber kettle, only it's got some improvements built in, and I think it's only available online. You don't sell it, do you?
I don't sell it. No,
okay. So those would be my three choices, and you'd be really happy with any one of them. The Weber kettle, the company Slow and Sear sells an accessory to the Weber kettle that fits inside that is absolutely essential if you have a Weber kettle. You can get a stripped down Weber kettle for about $125. If you want to spend a little more and get one with a built-in table or a propane starter, you can get up to $300, and I'm sure Steve will carry all of those. The Slow and Sear insert, I don't know if he sells them, but you can get them online. They're about $100, and it really is great for helping you create two zones, because cooking's all about temperature control, and you want to have an infrared zone where everything is being exposed to concentrated infrared, and then you want to have a convection zone where the air is just doing the work. And so now you have two distinct cooking zones, and this Slow and Sear insert helps you divide the grill in those two zones. And it has a couple of other cool things you can do with it. So I would strongly consider you buy either the Slow and Sear grill or a Weber kettle with the Slow and Sear insert. And then if you want to spend a little more, this PK, it's called the PK something kitchen. What does P stand for again? The
PK is portable kitchen, I think.
Portable kitchen.
Portable kitchen or patio kitchen.
Portable
I think it's
kitchen,
portable
that's
kitchen.
Yeah. PK, and you can find them online. Those would be my three choices. PK is a little more expensive. Any one of those, really capable, really easy to use, and you'll get some really great food, because cooking with charcoal is really capable stuff. Other tools, you got to have a good pair of tongs. Steve sells a bunch of them. Some of them have a locking mechanism that when you close them, they stay closed, and that means they take up less space in your drawer. That's a nice feature. You need a spatula. You need a grill brush. Do you sell the Rescue?
Not anymore. We did. The place I got it from discontinued it, so I'm not.
Well, why don't you check out the manufacturer, because there's another one that just came out that we're reviewing now. I forget the name of it, but the Rescue is not a brush. Weber and a bunch of others make really good grill brushes, and they have bristles. You've got to be careful that the bristles are really strongly fastened to the device. You don't want bristles coming off and then getting stuck on your burger and then stuck in your throat. And that happens. The good ones, the bristles are like really tightly held in metal. Weber makes some that are really good. This Grill Rescue gadget is like a fire-resistant sponge wrapped in an aramid fiber, the stuff they make fire hoses out of. And you soak it in water and clean your grill grates with that, and that steams them, and it really gets the crud off. And you don't want to cook on top of black grease and carbon, so you need a good grill brush. What else? And then thermometers. I mean, you got to have a good thermometer. What else does he need?
I think that's about. That's a good. it's a good start. Besides just a good.
I would consider two thermometers. If you don't want to spend a lot of money, the one he showed you, the ThermoWorks ThermoPop, is like $30, and it's really good. And then I would consider getting ThermoWorks. What's the round one now that they sell?
There's the Dot, which
Dot.
would just be the Dot's made it'll sit just next to the grill. Blue Dot will sit next to the grill, but it'll transmit. Will transmit through Bluetooth to the ThermoWorks app, so you'll be able to get a reading off of
on your phone. But the nice thing, the reason I recommend the Dot is it has a probe on a cable, which you can clip using the clip he showed you to the surface of the grill. So the thermopomp you use to probe the meat, the dot you use to sit inside the dome of the grill and measure the temperature of the grill. I mean, can you imagine trying to cook indoors without a thermostat in your oven? Well, that's kind of what this dot does. Is it tells you what temperature your oven is, because a grill is just an oven. Just an oven outdoors without a thermostat.
Yeah.
Correctional officers.
I've got one of the instant read thermometers. It's got ports on the side for the probes. So you're getting 2 and 1 from that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You up for a couple more questions, Meathead, or are we?
Oh, I'm up for it.
All right. What do we got? Wait, read the correctional officer. He's talking about different.
If one is on the fence for a Weber Ranch kettle, would it make sense to just pick up 222 or 26-inch grills instead?
Boy, that's a tough one. I mean,
well, I can answer it. Well, it depends on what you want. Because I know Meathead. It's
let's hear it.
Pandemics and tariffs. Where the ranch kettle has gone from right before 2020. It was at $12.99, which was a great price for that grill. The exact same grill right now is going for $25.99.
Oh
so,
my!
So I would, if it were me, I'd probably buy 4 or 5 26 grills because for
22 inches.
But yeah, but the ranch kettle has gotten really expensive. So at this point, unless you're in desperate need of having one cooking surface that size, I would invest in the smaller of the two, preferably the 26, because I think the 26 is their best size.
I used to have a ton of iron on my deck, and I've been pruning back because I finished the book. I used to cook all my recipes on multiple grills. I now have a gas grill, a charcoal grill, and a pellet smoker, and that's it. I've gotten rid of almost everything else, given them away to members of our Pitmaster Club. That's all I need. And that's a lot. Somebody might think, you get 3 units, but that gives me a huge amount of versatility. And so you might consider a kettle and then back it up with a gas grill, because gas grills are really useful. I mean, it's Tuesday night. You want to throw a piece of salmon on the grill. You don't need all that infrared that you get from charcoal. Charcoal doesn't make a big difference in flavor. It's the infrared that makes the difference. So on a gas grill, you can get an inexpensive gas grill that'll last a long time. So you might, get that level of versatility in there, gas and charcoal.
Speaking of versatility, I would go with a Blackstone.
A Blackstone flat top.
Yes.
Can I be totally honest? Do you work for Blackstone?
No, I'm part of the Blackstone griddle crew. So
I've had several griddles. When I need to cook something on a flat top, I have a Lodge cast iron griddle. It's about 18 inches long, 12 inches wide. I throw it on top of my gas grill, and it works just the same as a big old Blackstone. It's just my wife and me, so I'm not doing breakfast for 6 people. Right. I mean, it's a big old flat top griddle. It's a plancha, as they call it in Europe. Mm-hmm. And the thing that really turned me off on them is the cleanup. When I'm done with my gas grill, I switch it off. I'm done. I go inside, eat dinner, and watch a movie. When it's time to cook again, I turn it on before I start cooking and scrub it down with my brush, and I'm ready to go. Piece of cake. My charcoal grill, same thing. When I'm done, I let the charcoal burn to ash, sweep it away. I'm ready to go. On these planchas, on these griddles, you have to clean that surface because if you don't, it can rust. And you don't want to leave grease sitting on there. I've had wasps make a nest in there because I hadn't used it for a long time. I've heard people talk about mice and ants getting in there. It's just and when I'm done cooking on it, I feel like now that the surface is hot, I've got to clean it. So I brought the steaks in, and everybody's digging in. I'm out back cleaning my Blackstone. If I don't, I leave it that way. I got to go out there the next morning and clean it, which I won't do because I forget. And then the next time I go out there a week later, it's disgusting. So I just gave up on, and I've had them. Weber and Pit Boss both make fairly non-stick surfaces that don't rust. I'm sorry, Ryan. I hope I'm not offending you, but I'm here to voice opinion.
You're making me jolly as all.
I am sitting here watching Steve while you're going. Now I'll say,
why, Steve? Do you agree?
We go back and forth because Ryan's part of the griddle crew, and he goes to their headquarters, and you always he's showing his Blackstone stuff. And so I'm a Weber guy, so I kind of I'm with you.
He likes to bust my balls all the time.
We go back and forth in a little childish.
Well, Weber has a nice griddle surface now that is relatively non-stick.
Yeah.
So I cook on my Blackstone a lot, right? I don't have another grill. I've got the Weber pellet smoker, but I got rid of my gas grill. So I do cook on my Blackstone a lot. I have, however, my Blackstone is inside of a fully enclosed kitchen. So it's not outside with the elements. I've cooked on it and let it sit and forgot about it for a week and a half when I left to go out of town and came back, and I went to cook and I was like, oh shit.
Well, you're not married then, are you?
No, I am married, but my kitchen.
If I left the dirty griddle sitting around for a week,
it's an out. He's got
it's outside of the house, so she doesn't.
He's got a she-shed outside that he uses.
Whatever. But I mean, the cleanup to me is, it literally 15, 20 seconds, if that. A little bit of water scrape it
I have found it takes me a little longer than that to get it cleaned up really nice.
Yeah.
But and then what do you do with all that grease?
So Blackstone has a grease trap on the back of it. However, I have drilled a hole in that and I run it to a 5-gallon bucket.
And what do you do with that 5-gallon bucket when it's full?
I take it to the restaurant and they empty it for me.
Yeah, some restaurants have grease recycling systems, and you can do that. Some don't. And you don't want to dump it down the sewer system because it creates fatbergs, they call it. I don't know. You don't get smoke and fire from a flat top. And they're all the rage, and I know people love them. And by golly, you can make great pancakes on them. And I've done sweetbreads on them. They're just, they're really good. But I find with my Lodge cast iron portable griddle, it's just a big flat piece of cast iron. I throw it on my gas grill. That's all you need to do. It's got gas. That's what a Blackstone has. It's basically a gas grill with a big piece of metal on top.
See, right? It is. I'm not going to I agree with Meathead, and it is the thing. I'm agreeing with both of them because it is all the rage right now. That it is the new, still somewhat up and coming. It's kind of gaining more momentum every year. You can do a lot of things on a griddle that you can't do on a grill. I would have to say if it was myself, and I shouldn't really say it too loud because I don't want Weber to get mad, but I would not buy their griddle. I would buy a Weber Genesis, and then I would buy their griddle insert because this way I'm getting two things out of one footprint.
Yeah, they're making these griddle inserts that fit into the Genesis, fit nicely, and they have grease drain and all that stuff. And it's this new non-stick surface, so that would be a good solution. I don't need anything that big.
Well, but that would be my thing because this way you get two. Because there's just some days like Meathead saying that you want to grill, and there's other days where you want to do the griddle thing, and you may griddle more often than you grill, but at least you have two things in one footprint. You're not taking up more space, as Meathead just said that he got rid of. I have his bullet smoker. Actually, my brother has it down in Florida because I'm in an apartment. So he moved to Florida and he asked if he could retire Meathead's 22-inch Weber Smoky Mountain.
That's where it went.
It went to so it's in Florida with my brother. because it wouldn't fit here in the apartment. But yeah, so I have Meathead when he was doing one of his declutter stages, because at that point, Meathead and I didn't live that far apart from each other. But yeah, I mean, because that's the number one thing. As soon as people get to the store and they want to buy something, probably the number one comment is, "My wife will kill me if I put another thing on the deck." So it is a nice thing that you can get two things in one footprint. So that's what I would personally do.
There is a little complication though. Where do you store it? You know,
well, that would be the other thing. You'd have to make somewhere on the deck or somewhere. It does have a bag that you can put it in to store it. But you would have to have somewhere where you can go and you can hang it somewhere so it's up and out of the way. But it is also made out of the same carbonized steel that their slate grills are made out of. So there's not that worry. I believe they're warranted not to rust for 5 years. So that's a pretty good deal. Yeah. I don't know if you want to read correctional officer has a whole bunch of comments, right? I don't know if we want to go through
Let's
some
take
of
the
those
comments. Let's get the questions. Let's go.
So my wife is going to allow me to level up with only one major addition for my arsenal. I'm set on a smoke slinger, but lately I've been looking at the PR60 by Wellspring. Along with Meadow Creek.
I am not familiar.
I'm not familiar with either one.
Can you keep the questions online until we respond to them? I don't know what a smoke slinger is or a PR60 by Wellspring. So I don't know what either one are. We have this guy, Max, who tests grill. You know Max.
I know Max. Yep.
Max, he's full time. That's all he does is test grills and smokers. He knows them far better than I. You could go to AmazingRibs.com where his reviews are, and they're detailed. Video, photographs, test results, all kind of very detailed reviews. If he has reviews of these, they might be enlightening. If not, you can ask a question, and he might have some information. One of them may be in the process of being reviewed now. You sound like you know something about these, Steve.
No, I don't. I'm not familiar with either one of those either. But Max by far, I would AmazingRibs.com. If you go on there, you can check and see if there's a review on it. Even if not, like Max said, or like Max said, Meathead said, send a question in. Max knows tons of.
I do know Meadow Creek. I do know Meadow Creek.
I'm not familiar with.
And Meadow Creek makes really good products. They're made down in Pennsylvania. They got a lot of craftsmen. What is the religious sect that's so popular?
Amish.
Amish. A lot of Amish craftsmen down there. And Meadow Creek devices I have high regard for, and I've cooked on them.
I think that's it, Ron. He's just and he says thank you for the
thanks for the suggestions. I'll surely.
I get one final Christmas gift that we could do, and that is Ryan's well familiar. These are the cooking classes over at Wanamaker's. You can find it at wanamakers.com. I don't know, Ryan, if you have the website. January is brisket. February is ribs. Actually, we got this back. Yeah. February is ribs. March is Grill Master. And then there is a griddling component. Ryan used to do it, but he's gotten a little bit busy with doing all the soccer and that stuff. So we have the Smoke and Griddle boys will be on there. These are excellent, fun classes. If you're looking to get questions answered about briskets, about ribs, about this or that, if it's not a class here at Wanamaker's, look up wherever you're at and see if there's classes that are being offered, because there's tons of really great pitmasters out there that are offering classes.
On AmazingRibs.com, there is a page devoted to classes. We don't have all of them by any means, but we have many, many classes listed around the country. So you can start there if you need to, if you're not in shooting distance of Wanamaker's. That's a great idea. And also, as I mentioned, our Pitmaster Club for $35 a year has 120 instructional videos in there that are broadcast quality. They're really high quality.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I will let you do your thing. Thank you for the exciting
it's
start.
8:15. It's past my bedtime.
I know. We ran over, which means it was a good conversation. Though it took us about 15 minutes. It took me 15 minutes to get started here with all the technical gifts.
Gotta make sure Steve sends out the right link from now on.
A little sabotage and booby trap there.
If you're ever wandering around the store and you feel hands wrapped around your throat, you know whose they are.
I don't know. There might be a lot of people that want to do that.
No,
so.
seriously, we got over the hump. We got past.
We got over to home. We did it.
You know, the internet would be great if it worked. You know,
All the time, yeah.
And run as the owner of a website, I got very little room to criticize. Things are always breaking, driving you nuts. So I'm just glad we managed to get together tonight. It's always fun to talk to you, Steve. Ryan, it's good to we've met before. I'm trying to remember where and when and how, but
At Wanamaker's.
At Wanamaker's,
Wanamaker's
yeah.
and a bunch of
AmazingRibs.com.
Well,
was one of our
you're probably not
battle.
recognizing him, Meathead, because
have the
when
full
you
beard.
met it, he had a beard that came all the way. He had a really long, dark beard. If we could find a picture of him with his long beard,
he's Amish.
Probably. He could.
I got told that a lot, but you guys also sponsored the griddle battle, the first ever griddle battle too. So
Right, we sent money down.
yes, you did. We appreciate that.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, that's fun. Good to talk to you guys. And anybody who wants to follow up, you can reach me. Just go to AmazingRibs.com, and there's a button for comments, questions. I'll see it, and I'll do my best to answer it.
Thank you, sir.
We appreciate your time, and have a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, same to everybody there.
Merry Christmas, Meathead.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Take care.
All right, everybody. Another good show. Good show. Started off a little rough, but that happens.
That's your
sometimes.
fault.
Well,
that was your fault.
Well,
You
probably.
something-
I'm not gonna disagree because it probably was. I remember sending him the thing, but I could have swore I sent it. But you know what? I had 3 shows listed in there because I'm trying to be a little proactive and always having shows ready so they appear on Facebook and everything. And I may have sent him a link for a different show. Who knows? Maybe next week he'll show up.
Officer, I don't have the link on here anymore, but if you look for Wanamaker's,
Wanamaker, WANN. If you look at down there at the bottom, it's WANNEMAKERS.com. If you go on there, you will see a section that says upcoming classes with Risky Brisket. And those are on there. So I don't, the flyer that he gave me doesn't have or I don't know if you can, if you have your phone up and ready to go, but you can do can you get that? You can.
Here, hang on.
Can't.
Look at that ugly mug over there.
Who's that? Oh, look there's the Smoking Griddle Boys.
Hang on, I'm trying to get you to. Why is this not letting me? Oh, here.
I don't know. Nothing's working today.
You got to stop moving.
I can't. You know what? I got a fan on.
He said he got it.
You got it? Okay.
Yep.
And that'll take you up to that link. There's the 3 classes. You can buy one. You can buy all 3. But you can. They are fun. Ryan's been to them. That's where Ryan and I actually met 3 or 4 years ago. 5 years ago. It might be 5 years ago, Ryan, because it was pandemic time.
No,
even
it
before
was
that.
before pandemic.
6 years ago.
I think it's 2019.
Yeah, 6 years ago. So that's where Ryan and I met. Ryan was a student at the class, and I was in my 2nd or 3rd year as on the way.
I am kind of sad that I'm giving up the classes. It's but it is what it is. Smoke Griddle Boys will do a great job with it, so I'm happy to.
Well, I mean, you got your thing, man.
I know.
I mean, I wouldn't pass up kid things for all the tea in China. So we had a lot of reactions up there from 11 react. Good job, everybody. Correctional officer, thank you for all the great comments. Who was it? Who was the other one answering? Aaron Cruz, thanks for all the great comments. Everybody, thanks for commenting and everything. The show is always more fun and exciting when there's fan participation. Otherwise, you got to listen to Ryan talk or myself. So, what do you think, Ryan?
Nobody wants to listen to me.
He doesn't want to listen. All right, so next week she was on here earlier. We have Christy from Girls Gone Grill In, not grilling, but grill in.
Grilling.
She will be on next week. Kind of a newer, I think a newer person to it. I got her sauces and rubs. Ryan's got the hoodie. I'm a little jealous of the hoodie. Though I do like the rubs are very good. Oh, there she's still there. The rubs are very good. So join us next week for that show. Kind of like I don't know how long you've been doing this, Christy. It's like a newer personality to me because I mean, of course, there's 18 quadrillion personalities on Instagram that are new to me, but but when we did Christy Vanover's show, it was probably the first time I'd heard that one. So she'll be on next week. And then following, we will be ending up the year with Brad and Brooke from the Shed. They have not been on since they came in for David for Melinda's show back in, God, I think it was February. It was on St. Valentine's Day. What's wrong, buddy? You look a little sad.
No.
Did you see my post, Ryan? Did you see what's happening? I tagged you because I know you would love. So Tuesday, I had given up all hope. Hope was gone. I settled.
Starting in 2024.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So somewhat new. Yeah. So I gave up all hope. All hope was gone. Trisha and I had settled on doing something else in January. And then lo and behold, I'm sitting on the couch, sitting there doing my little social media things that frustrate me every Tuesday. And guess what? I get a call from the Cozy Rosie. And yes, there is now a cabin available. So this guy right here and Trisha are going to the Shed again.
Now I got to hear about it all over again.
Yeah, I knew it. And I made a little video just for you, Ryan.
I didn't see the video. I did see something saying that you were going back to the Shed.
Well, go look on my, it's on my personal one, I think.
Yeah.
It's on my personal one or my whatever. But yeah, I did a little, because I went through 3 or 4 episodes of Thursday Night Barbecue Chat and pulled out how many, I basically made a video of how many times I mentioned the Shed on the show. And yeah, so I got the Shed, you got the griddle battle. I mean, I'm surprised. I mean, you did sneak in a little thing on the griddle battle to Meathead, but again, like Tim Sure, he didn't really seem to care.
No. Sorry.
Which I didn't.
I know. Nobody cares. It's all good.
I can do it. Yeah. So anyway, so 2 shows left for 2025. We have gotten our first sponsor for 2026 in. The other one, Ryan, should be coming shortly, as I am told. And then we are working on it. But if you are interested in being a sponsor of Thursday Night Barbecue Chat, reach out to Mr. Ryan Hoagland at Barbecue Blackstone and Beer. He handles all the money. It is to sponsor and to get a spot. It's like a Super Bowl. It's basically like $500,000 for 30 seconds.
That was the discounted price.
Oh, so in essence,
now everybody thinks it's going to be $500,000. I'm not going to be happy with that.
That's why I'm whatever. Anyway, I did have one last Christmas gift. Ryan, I don't know if you have any more, but I do have one. It is one of my favorites of all time. Ryan got one of these. I brought it back. I brought it back from the Shed.
And I actually.
And then here it is. But anyway, I sell these at Wanamaker's. What's that?
I just had dinner tonight with the black truffle.
Oh, I love the black truffle.
We did some fajitas tonight, so that video is coming out soon.
So anyway, this is a nice little gift pack of a whole bunch of things.
I was in, now I'm out. You were in at the 500,000, not the 750,000.
It's not that much. It's not even close to. I mean, God, I wish we had enough followers to make that look.
Hey, John, how's it going?
Thank you everybody for joining the show. Even though it was kind of a little nasty there in the beginning, but we got through it together.
Can you make sure you send out the correct link next week?
I swear I thought it was the right link, but
you probably sent him a link for next week's show.
It could be. I don't know. It's been a rough week. I have done. Usually on Tuesday I do the Wanamaker barbecue and smoke supply posts, and man, I had swear that I picked the day and time that I wanted, and they went it the wrong day. So, anyway.
No. All right, guys. Have a good weekend. We'll see you next Thursday. Take care.
See you next Thursday, everybody. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you so much, guys. You've been absolutely amazing. Thank you. You guys are the best. Thank you so much.